Hello there and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And what's up guys, and welcome back to another M4K texture pack update video. This is 1.14 and we have a lot of new updates for the texture pack to take a look at today. So what we did is we changed everything over to 1.14, obviously, so it runs. It actually run in 1.13, but there were some texturing problems on a few of the blocks. Now I did texture a few of the new blocks. Some of the other ones that we got were like the slabs, the stairs. Let me get back to first person here. Like the slabs and the stairs, they automatically switched over because they pulled the texture from the main block, so I didn't have to do too much there. A couple down here that I had to rename so that it would pick up the new, the texture from the original block, because the original block they had changed the name of again. But overall, this was a fairly easy transition into into the new texture pack, and it's going to storm again. I literally just turned that shit off. All right, let's see how long that lasts. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on through here. This shouldn't be a super long update video. Like I said, we're just going to kind of fly on down through here and take a look at a lot of the stuff that was added to the pack. And those that haven't downloaded the pack yet, well, get your ass going. That's an awesome pack. All right, this is your granite. We got the wall, and we got some stairs and some slabs to go along with that. And then also the polished granite, some stairs and some slabs. And then the diorite, we got a wall piece, some stairs and some slabs. And then the polished diorite, stairs and some slabs. The andesite, same thing. And the polished andesite, same thing. Now we already had the stone slab. I think originally this was like double stone or some kind of shit. And this texture was a little messed up. The top part of it was kind of split, so I had to fix that one. And I think one of them ended up being this one right here. So we had the stairs, or something, anyways, I can't remember. But these two were a little tricky to fix, but I got those fixed. We finally have the stone stairs and the slabs, which I'm pretty happy about. We've had this texture for a long, long time, and I really like it. This one here, we've got the stone bricks. We got the same thing, wall, stairs, and slabs, and mossy stone bricks. We didn't get nothing for the cracked stone or the chiseled stone yet. We got wall piece for the bricks, and this stayed the same. Pretty much we had everything for the cobblestone and the moss stone. All right, down to the next section. Nothing happened with the clay or the gravel or the sand. Now the sandstone, we did pick up some extra stairs and slabs for the cut sandstone, and you can see the only difference is the side piece of this here is smooth. Other than that, it pulls from the same texture of the original sandstone. So all of them are going to be the same. I was going to go in and actually try to change them up a little bit, but I think this is a little bit different than the red sandstone. It's the texture file is a little trickier. I'll have to take a more extended look at it when I get a little bit more time. But anyways, for right now, that's your sandstone. Now the red sandstone, we got the wall, stairs, and the slab. And then the smooth or the cut sandstone, in 1.13, it used this texture just on the side, and then the rest of the texture on the block was pulled from the red sandstone. So now that we've got the stairs and the slab, I've got it to wrap the entire block, and then it wraps the stairs and the slabs all the way around. So now we have two different complete blocks here for the red sandstone, whereas like I said before, it was just one texture and then the rest kind of looked like that. So I'm pretty happy about that. The sponges, the dirt, the grass, the snow, packed ice, shit like that, all that stayed the same. Let's go outside where I've got the different dyes for the traffic lights and the traffic signs. Now this changed a little bit. Some of the dyes had to be renamed, so I got those renamed, and everything's working pretty good. I got the bone meal back in. Originally the bone meal was, let's see, miscellaneous is this one here. So now we have the white dye, and I need to put this one back in for your lights being off instead of the bone meal. That should be the only thing that you should have to change if you've been using this texture pack and you've put in your traffic lights. I think that's probably the only thing you'll have to change. Everything else looks like it switched over automatically, and then I just deleted the older files. so that there was no redundancy inside the pack. So anyways, there's your traffic lights and then your stop signs, and I'll switch those out later. I'm surprised I didn't switch them out right now because, you know, Jag and his OCD. Anyways, again, down through here, the packed ice and the ice, that all stay the same. We did get the Prismarine wall, stairs, and slabs. This is pretty awesome. I was really happy about that because that's a really good texture. I've been happy about that one for a long time. The dark Prismarine we already had. And let's see, the Prismarine bricks. We got the slabs and the stairs. The sea lantern and this shit here. Mycelium, whatever the hell. Bedrock, podzol, coal. That all stay the same. All the wood, we changed all that on 1.13. That picked up a lot of different things, like your trapdoor, pressure plates, your fence gates, fence posts, all that stuff was all updated in 1.13, I believe. God almighty, seriously, really? Yeah, I didn't. This must be some kind of a jungle biome or something. It rains all the time in this texture pack review area that I have. All your main resources here, I think what they were called. It's been a while since I've actually looked at these. These all stayed the same. So fortunately, you know, for those that play in survivor mode, those are going to be okay. Obviously, because it's a builder's pack, you know, some things are going to look a little funky. But anyways, we got the iron, diamond, lapis, all that kind of shit. That all stayed the same. The quartz all stayed the same. Nether rack, nether brick, that all stayed the same. Let's see, down here, the next addition was your end stone. We got the wall, stairs, and slabs. So we did get a lot of stairs and slabs added to 1.14. Purpur already had some, and then the last set was your nether red brick got added to it. All your glass up top stayed the same. All your stained glass, wool, and stained clay, that all stayed the same. The next change, for me anyways, was the paintings. The paintings used to be all on one PNG file sheet inside the jar file. Now they're each individuals. So, you know, you can take one out at a time and update instead of taking out the entire sheet and messing with it. I did realize I was missing one of these square ones, so I added this picture back in. Other than that, that's all with the paintings. Now, as far as your grasses, your flowers and stuff like that, I don't texture these, you guys know that, but we did get three new flowers. This guy here, your cornflower, lily of the valley, and your wither rose. And again, I don't use those, so I don't texture them. So, anyways, nothing in the house changed. The trees, leaves, any of your vegetables and fruits didn't change. We got a campfire. I'm looking at this because I don't like this texture. I don't know if I can change it. It just looks very 16-bit, and it is. It's very low res compared to the rest of the pack, especially, you know, the stuff that I've done. So if I can figure out exactly how this thing is textured, I'm gonna try to switch this over to birch logs. Yeah, and I don't know about that fire. I looked at the file, and that's pretty complex. A little bit out of, you know, my, you know, technical abilities, but down the road I'm going to try to update that if I can. Let's see, the reeds stayed the same, or the sugar cane, they used to be called reeds. We got the bamboo. That was the a new one that was added. Now I didn't change the texture to it, but I put it here because it's, you know, it's with the reeds and all that kind of shit. And let's see what we had in here. All this stuff, surprisingly, when I came in here, was fine. In texture packs in the past, it likes to mess with, especially the rotatable blocks. These are all these ones that have the double textures on the fronts, the sides, the tops, and stuff like that. They're all rotatable blocks. So you can use, you know, one texture here, or flip it around and use, you know, something from the back. Really nice blocks. I think we did pick up one or two rotatable blocks in 1.14. I'll have to do a little more digging to figure out which ones they are, and you know, if I can use them or not. They may be container blocks. I'm going to talk about those here in just a minute. We got the Lectern. I didn't do nothing with that. I don't really see that being useful as far as a building block goes. We've got bells. I just put them up there in the lanterns. Again, maybe I'll texture those. it just depends. I put them up there just in case, just to see what was new. 1.13, we got the anvils, the tires and stuff like that, and the cone. Those all stayed the same. Let's see, before we get to the new blocks over here, the redstone people, we still have issues here with the comparator and the repeaters. It's not picking up the top texture and the side texture, which is no real big deal, because you're going to use these behind and cover them up behind your projects anyway. So again, I think we've had this issue for a little while. The file itself has been split into like 7 or 8 different files, and it's just not pulling right. One of these days I'll figure it out. It just hasn't been a priority. The other thing that I did is I turned down the particle emitter, because if you leave it up on high, yes, you get your flame, but you also get flame off the side. And I don't know if that's something new. It didn't do that in the past, and we may need Optifine once Optifine comes out to tweak that a little bit. So anyways, I turned it off. Again, if you turn it back on, you're going to get the holy shit. See? Look. Get out of here. Anyhow, if you turn it back on, yes, you'll get your flame, but you're going to get it on the side too. All right, new blocks, scaffolding. I'm going to be taking a look at. This looks like shit. I really don't like it. Again, this is like the Campfire. It's very 16-bit. It doesn't fit into the pack, so I'll be taking a look at that in the next month or so. I did retexture some of these new ones. The Composter is the same thing as the clay block, so I use the same texture. That way in your warehouses you can have empty crates with the tops off. I thought that was really cool. Or you can use it for the Composter. The next one is the Loom, and I'm really happy about this one here. I spent a little extra time on this one here, and used some of the birch planks and stuff like that, and made this. I'm pretty happy about it. You can see the yarn on the inside looks really cool, and then also we've updated the files too, so that it all looks BIB, and you guys can use it for Survivor. And then the barrel that picked up. This is like a generic one that's used on I think double chests. We've got the smoker. I didn't do nothing but for that, except for again update the inventory thing here, and then that one too for the blast furnace. The cartography table. This was a fun one. Getting this one to kind of line up a little bit. I don't want to say I enjoyed making that one, but it was a little trickier than the other ones. And I've got some ideas for these 3 blocks. I just didn't get a chance to update them for, or well, change the texture for this texture pack update. Maybe 1.14.1. I'll try to get a couple of those done. Same thing with the fletching table, grindstone, and the smithing table. The grindstone, I probably will not. I'm not sure if I'm going to retexture this or not. I've got to figure out how that one's put together. I didn't really take a look at it, but I did create this here on the inside, and that looks really nice. I'm happy the way that this grindstone turned out. Again, us in the building, side of Minecraft, we won't use this, and you guys will never see that, but I'm going to show it to you. Look. So you can see I did it. And then the fletching table and the smithing table, like I said, there's no use for them yet, but I'm sure they're going to add something for arrows and archery and all that kind of shit eventually. And maybe we'll retexture those. And then same thing with the stone cutter. This is weird. I'll have to look at how that is textured, and then update this. This is pretty simple. I just forgot about it when I was doing the other ones. I forgot what that damn thing was called, and it just didn't get updated. But it's an easy file. I think it looks like the smoker. I think it looks like the smoker or the blast furnace. So that should be fairly easy. And it's part of the cartography too. So yeah, that should be a pretty easy file to fix. So definitely on the 1.14.1 that will be updated and ready to go. But other than that, yeah, the pack is ready, guys. 1.14 link is in the description like always. Enjoy, and like always, I appreciate you watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.